Yo guys, this is slyroh. You already know that today I'm bringing you guys my team analysis for Week 8 of the Pokemon Premier League, and this week we are taking on Franc and the FC Volcarona, which as you can see, as I'm starting on the league table there in 6th place. Franc has been on a bit of a winning streak. He started off the season not the greatest, but I think he's won 2 games in a row, and he has rocketed himself up to 6th place. We are sitting nice and comfortable in our 5th place, which is a place we've been at for 3 or 4 weeks. I don't even know. We've been here for what feels like forever. So we're in 5th place. We're the only team that has 4 wins and 3 losses. We're the only team with that record. Yeah, that's, that's fine. Basically, the rest of the season is, have fun and, just try some stuff out and, do things like that. So that is, that's basically the plan. So we're gonna have fun, and, yeah, Franc is not in, like, dire need to win, but, he could probably use one more win, to secure a place for himself in, Division 1 for next season, but we are not about giving people what they want. That is not what we do. We are a spoiler. We, we like to spoil people's fun and, make them work for their spots, So, let's go ahead and talk about the team and stuff that we have to play against. The Golden Pokeball Award has already started to been updated, but I can tell you that Arcanine has been knocked out of 1st place of the Golden Pokeball Award. It's actually in 2nd place because freaking Megalopunny. So I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to change that this week. Maybe we won't. Whatever. Let's see. Let's go ahead and talk about the team. So, bam. Here's the team for freaking the battle that I am going to be bringing. Also, yeah, sorry that this video is up late, but Mr. Trode is a busy guy. So, speaking of which, his team is, both of our teams are going to flash up right now, and his team consists of Mega Gardevoir, Starmie, Hippowdon, Cobalion, Rotom Cut, whatever you call it, Entei, Golbat, Snorlax, Poliwrath, Stoutland, and Spinda, which I still don't think he's even brought Spinda, and I don't expect that to be something that he brings this week either. So, I didn't really give a whole lot of thought as to what I think he'll bring. If I had to just pick some, I would just say Mega Gardevoir, Starmie, Cobalion, Rotom, Entei, and Golbat. I don't know. Snorlax and Poliwrath are definitely possibilities. Hippowdon could be also, but I don't know. I probably have a few more stops than the average person, but maybe not. Depends. We'll see. Actually, with the team I brought, probably not. But, that's not the point. Not the point at all. So let's go ahead and talk about my team and why I brought what I brought. Franc's links will be in the description, and you should check him out because he's good and stuff. From what I understand, I don't actually know him too well personally, but yeah, that's gonna be a fun match. So. First mon, let's just go into it. We have Fujin, the Tornadus Therian, with the Assault Vest, obviously Regenerator with the U-Turn, Psychic, Grass Knot, and Knockoff. Max Special Attack with 212 Speed, Timid, and the rest in HP, and various defense, things. So, basically, Tornadus T kind of has a bit of 4-move syndrome, because there's always going to be one thing that can kind of switch in on this. I can't hit everything with only 4 moves, and do everything that I want. Like, I could take off U-Turn and put something else on, but I don't really want to. So yeah, if you look through, U-Turn is good for momentum because, like I said, I don't hit necessarily everything, so he is going to have a switch in. I just need to kind of figure out what. Also, the 212 speed Timid is to outspeed Starmie, which is good because this is going to kind of have to work as my Starmie switch in. Which isn't great, which means I kind of have to switch this in on Starmie, and then I just kind of have to U-turn out of there and hope that he goes for like an Ice Beam. It's going to be really hard. I'm going to have to play around Starmie, and it's not going to be fun, but I'm going to have to do my best to play around Starmie. It's not something that runs through my team, but it is something that it needs to die as quickly as possible, because I don't have a lot of stuff for it. So, that's basically it. The main reason I'm bringing that, also I want Knockoff for the Golbat, because Golbat can just wall so many things, it's ridiculous. Grass Knot does a lot to Starmie, it does like 60 to 70%. Grass Knot's always also good for Hippowdon. This is probably going to be my lead. Can also do a decent chunk to Poliwrath, so I don't have any Hurricane, Air Slash, because knockoff is good too. Knockoff also can hit Starmie pretty for a lot of damage, and I can knock off, like I said, the Golbat's Eviolite and just any other items and stuff like that. So these are the 4 moves I'm rolling with. I'm hoping that it doesn't backfire. Oh, I didn't cover Psychic. Psychic is to hit the Golbat, because that's just stupid. I guess Psychic would hit Poliwrath more than Grass Knot, now that I'm looking at it. And probably be my best thing to hit Cobalion. I don't know. It's not the perfect set, but it brings what I need, and hopefully the other stuff that switch in against this that can take its hits, I can deal with. So, yeah. That's Tornadus T. Basically, that's going to be our lead, most likely, and we'll go from there. So, next mon is going to be Hipsprente, the Arcanine, Specially Defensive Leftovers, Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, Will-O-Wisp, and Morning Sun. I almost said Intimidate is the 4th move, now that's the ability. Specially Defensive Arcanine, because Mega Gardevoir and Rotom-Mow. That's basically it. I don't have much else for Rotom-Mow. That's kind of a lie. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think Rotom-Mow is going to come, but whatever. I already said that I think it's going to come, so we'll just keep it. But, you know, whatever. It's just good for those. Mega Gardevoir Psyshock can still kind of do a lot of damage to me. Mega Gardevoir is going to be another one that I kind of have to play around. If I lose this game, it's going to be at a Mega Gardevoir. That is what I am expecting. You know what I mean? Like, if I lose, that is how I'm expecting to lose. I don't think there would be another thing. But, yeah, Flare Blitz does a lot of damage back. Flare Blitz just hits a decent amount of his team for a good chunk of damage. Cobalion, Rotom-Mow, whatever. Things that don't resist it. Wild Charge is basically for Poliwrath and Starmie. And I guess does hit Golbat, but it's not a 2-hit KO, so it doesn't really matter. Will-O-Wisp is going to be good for anything that's not Entei, which if I can get rocks up, I can limit Entei switch-ins, and that would be the best way to deal with that. As you can tell, I don't really have a lot of ways to deal with a lot of his stuff defensively, so we're gonna have to see how well we can pull this off. But yeah, especially Defensive Arcanine, I mean, this is what got me 6 kills in one game against Shroom, so, you know, maybe we can work some miracles against Frank. Next mon, let's go ahead and talk about Nando the Roserade, Choice Scarf Technician, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Extra Sensory, Hidden Power Ground. That is the exact same moveset as the Scarf set I brought against Sam in the game where Scarf Roserade wasn't necessarily the best option. But Scarf Roserade is a lot better option in this game. It's 228 Timid Speed. That outspeeds a Scarfed Rotom-Mow in case he wants to Scarf Rotom-Mow to like Volt Switch on like Tornadus T and things like that. If he brings it, I don't know if it would really be Scarf, but I wanted to outspeed something, and it was the next slowest thing that made sense. So, you know, we're running with it. This has the coverage to basically hit his whole team. Sludge Bomb for the Mega Gardevoir, Giga Drain for Starmie, Powdon, Hidden Power Ground for Cobalion, let's see, Sludge Bomb, Rotom-Mow, Hidden Power Ground, Entei, Extra Sensory for the Golbat, which if it's Eviolite is still intact, I still don't even think that's a 2-hit KO. If it's physically defensive, I'm not sure, it might be. I don't have anything super effective for the Snorlax, but Sludge Bomb does do a decent chunk. Giga Drain for the Poliwrath, Stoutland takes a butt ton from Sludge Bomb and things like that, and Spinda is a Spinda. I can hit it with Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, doesn't really matter. This is basically, like, if I can just survive long enough to get chip damage on a lot of his mons, I could potentially bring in Roserade and kind of sweep up the rest of his team, depending on what is left. Roserade is going to be super important in this match, so I need to keep it alive as long as possible, and I need to predict to the best of my ability to try and pick up some KOs and not get walled and force myself to switch out and things like that. But Scarf Roserade is definitely a lot better this match than it was the last time I tried to bring Scarf to Roserade. So, but yeah, so that's that. Should I say, we're gonna save this. This is too much fun. We're gonna save that for the last. So the next mon we're gonna talk about is gonna be Mettaton the Bronzong. Wasn't initially planned to be brought, but I feel like I kind of have to. This is going to be Stealth Rock, Zen Headbutt, Gyro Ball, Earthquake with Spadef, Sassy Nature, because it's the best thing that I have to take on Mega Gardevoir. It's still a chance to 2-hit KO. Shadow Ball is still a chance to 2-hit KO, which is stupid. I hate Mega Gardevoir so much. Like, I hate going against it and planning for it, but So what we got to do, so this is another way I can kind of switch between this and Arcanine. You know, if I find out he has Shadow Ball, I can take that better with Arcanine. If I feel like it's going to go for a Side Shock, I can take that better with Bronzong. So I can kind of use both of them to deal with the Mega Gardevoir. Especially defensive Bronzong can also work as maybe some sort of pivot into Starmie if I need it to be. As well as doesn't really do much anything else. Frank has a lot more physical attackers than special attackers, unless he brings like Special Cobalion, which I guess this could also kind of deal with. You know, I have kind of the move coverage to hit most of his team. Gyro Ball does a lot to Mega Gardevoir. You know, Earthquake hits that Cobalion, and it hits Entei. Zen Headbutt hits the Golbat. I have a lot of stuff for the Golbat because I felt like it was a mon that I was kind of overlooking, and I just don't want it to just stall my entire team out. So, yeah, I brought ways to hit it. So, yeah, especially defensive. Bronzong hopefully should be good enough because I was really struggling with. This was the last mon to join the team. I was really torn about what to fill the slot with. So hopefully Bronzong is good enough, and if I can get Rocks Up, that would be super great. If I can get Rocks Up. Even if he goes into Starmie and Rapid Spins, if I'm forcing Starmie to go for a Rapid Spin, it's so much better than Starmie to go for like an actual attacking move, which is great. So yeah, that's the plan there. Then we have Kim Jong-un, the Lantern, leftovers. How many leftovers do I have? I think 3. Whatever. Scald, Volt Switch, Heal Bell, Protect, physically defensive, Water Absorb. Water Absorb because there's a Starmie and a Poliwrath. I don't really think I'm going to switch it on Starmie because Starmie gets Energy Ball, and even Psychic could probably do a decent chunk. Poliwrath is a lot more likely if it shows up. This could switch into that. This is of course my Entei answer. I don't think he can afford to bring Banded Entei, which is the first time that I'm facing an Entei in League format, and it won't be brought Banded, as I mean, I would assume not. I think him bringing Banded Entei would not be good for him, just because, what was I gonna say? Because he doesn't want to lock himself into anything. Like, if he goes for Flare Blitz, I have a Lantern, I have an Arcanine. If he wants to go for Bulldozer, one of them, I have a Tornadus T and a Bronzong. I also have a Hydreigon that he has to plan for. So, like, you don't want to lock yourself into Bulldoze or any sort of rock move, then I can just switch into Hitmontop. You know, he doesn't want to lock himself into anything that I would think. So, Life Orb, Expert Belt, Assault Vest, those things are a lot more likely. So Lantern can easily take on all types of those sets. I have Heal Bell for the inevitable Sacred Fire Burn on whatever. Protect to get more leftovers if/when I need it. And yeah, Scald to get all the burns in the world. Volt Switch to get momentum. And yeah, so that's pretty self-explanatory. This is my physically defensive mon. He has a bunch of physically defensive stuff, and Lantern's not going to be able to outlast all of it. But, you know, we are going to have to see how well it works. And let's go ahead and talk about Eddie Gordo, the Hitmontop. So, just when you think that I can only bring one type of Hitmontop, just when you think I'm being too predictable, it's physically defensive, Intimidate, leftovers, Hitmontop every single time. The minute you try and you start to think that I am, you know, bringing a mon in only one role, and that's the only thing that I'll do, I'm going to switch it up on you. And I'm switching it up this week on Frank. Not sure how familiar he is with all of my PPL battles. I think he has probably watched some of them, but I feel like he's probably not going to expect this. Choice Bandit Hitmontop with Technician, Bullet Punch, Sucker Punch, Close Combat, Stone Edge. This has max attack Adamant, 92 HP, and 164 speed. That outspeeds Golbat, defensive Golbat, I believe. It should anyway. So, Bullet Punch does a lot to make a Gardevoir, like 70 to 80% or something like that. Also, a Banded Bullet Punch could, depending on what's around at the end of the game, could maybe help clean up some mons. Sucker Punch is just a straight up OHKO on Starmie, and can also help to clean up some stuff at the end of the game. A Banded Close Combat from a Hitmontop, nobody wants to take. I mean, Golbat does, but that's beside the point. But Golbat gets 2-hit KO'd by Stone Edge. So, that requires me to hit them, but that's beside the point. Banded him on top. We're reaching the part of the season where I'm probably not going to get relegated, and I'm not going to win the championship. So I'm kind of in free reign to do a lot of experimental things, and yeah, this one makes sense. Also, if he brings, this is also a really good way to hit Snorlax, and Stoutland, Spinda, whatever. This is, I think this, did I make this outspeed Stoutland actually? I don't know. I mean, obviously, if it's speed invested Stoutland, which it probably would be. So I think I just went Golbat. But, yeah, so I really like this, and this still can switch into some things just because of its natural bulk and the 92 HP investment. So I'm really excited to use this, and I hope it works out. So hopefully our match will go good against Franc. We shall see. But that will be up later today. Again, apologize for the late upload, but we are having the battle late, so there's not much I can do. But that is going to wrap up this video. Make sure you leave me your thoughts on my team, and make sure you check out Franc and the PPL Twitter channel links, things like that. And I will see you guys on the next time. So, thanks for watching, and until that next time, guys, stay alive.